Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to our part one of our year in review retrospective. I'm so happy that you're joining us today, and it is New Year's Eve right now. I've been getting lots of messages on my phone here, so if you hear little dings and doodads going in the background, that's what it is. But I hope you all have a wonderful New Year's and a happy 2025. And let's talk about January 2024. Well, Madonna resumed her celebration tour as she had taken a break at the end of December. Remember, Santa was her guest, her special ballroom judge uh, for the last show in December. Uh, where was that? Was that Washington, D.C.? I think that was Washington, D.C. And then we resumed after a break, and the celebration tour. Many of you saw those dates in January and froze your patootie off. I remember seeing footage of the show in Michigan and all the people outside the venue, and that was just insane. But that's the lengths we'll go to see our queen. You know, we have to do it. And meanwhile, Madonna added one specific song to her set list in that area where things would change. We had rain pretty much in all the dates in Europe, and then suddenly Frozen showed up in Toronto, and that was amazing. That was the only, I think that was the only location that got that song. And so a very, very lucky audience to have that. That was the redone edition from 22 that she brought to life. If you were at that show, tell us about your experience seeing this song and what you thought about it. And yeah, tell us about anything. And were you at the shows in January 2024? Let us know. How did you stay warm? And but that was how we began the year. And now for February 2024. And this was a very special month for me as I was able to finally see the celebration tour. Dates in Seattle, Washington. I went for the 17th and the 18th. It was a weekend, so that was perfect. And we did a lot of reviews of the shows. There's a lot of footage that I filmed. Even with blindness, I managed to get some good footage of her here and there, and you can find it on the celebration tour playlist if you want to look back on those moments. I know I sure do. Want to reminisce. You know, it was a great show. The first night in Seattle, I was up in the 100 level, but I got great footage, and she was in good spirits. She really was happy with the crowd. And the second night, of course, a lot of people heard about that one in the news because she had her fall during Open Your Heart. And I was there, I was in the floor seats, but I had someone really tall in front of me, so I didn't know what had happened when she said, I can't remember. I think she said, I can't remember the words or something like that. But then it was in the news all over the place. And another thing that was in the news here was pictured. We finally got the popular music video with The Weeknd. It was strange because when it came out as a single, it got something called a visualizer, which I don't really know what that is, but it was promoting his new TV show, and then it did really well in the charts and stayed in the charts. We were tracking all of that progress, and then suddenly, around this time, almost a year later, we get the video. But the video was amazing. She looked amazing in it. Um, I just love, the juxtaposition of colors in the video and the way that, I mean, she was in red, of course, my favorite color. But she was just, living that life. Everybody was, the weekend, everyone was kind of living that high life in the video. So it was a great addition and well needed because the song had done so well. So what do you remember in February 2024? Did you go to any concerts during that time? Or what did you think of the music video finally coming out? And then it was March 7th to be exact, when everyone who's a fan of these two amazing ladies got the dream come true that they were wishing for in Los Angeles. Of course, all the Los Angeles shows from the whole week had so many celebrities attending and being a part of we always like to gawk. I remember when I was at the Reinvention tour, I was in LA for opening night, and I got to hear about all the people around me that were there, Christina Aguilera, just so many celebrities, a chance to really celebrity gawk. And this was no different. But the biggest moment, as we all know, was when Kylie Minogue took to the stage, and everyone had been waiting for this moment. It always been rumored, Madonna sang Can't Get You Out of My Head and Rebel Heart Tour, and that made people go, what's going to happen? Of course, we still didn't get a song from the two of them. We're still waiting on that. But they performed Express Yourself together, as well as or was it a little bit of Express Yourself and a little bit of I Will Survive? I think it was like maybe it was a mishmash there, but it was amazing to see. And, um, it of course got all the rumors started about what could become of that. But it was a really nice moment and a highlight in March. And so in March 2024, did you see any of the shows in LA, or, see any celebrities that you might be able to name drop in the comments for us? Or any other shows in March that you were able to attend? Tell us about it and tell us how your show was. Now we're into April 2024, and as you all know, this was the tail end of the tour. Uh, so, of course, in the United States, we were wrapping up some great celebrity appearances in Florida. Of course, Madonna had that episode in Florida, I think, where the air conditioning was on, and she was pretty unhappy about that. But also, Ricky Martin showed up. A lot of really big moments during those final shows in the United States, which I think did it end in Austin, Texas? Anyone in the comments, let me know if that was like the final shows. But then Madonna headed to Mexico City, and final show as far as the tour where it was going from city to city was April 26th in Mexico City. And she had a full week in there as well, and some really amazing, memorable shows. Who was there with her? Was it Salma Hayek? Did she show up? And then a tribute to Frida Kahlo on one of the shows. Some really memorable moments. I still need to watch a lot of this stuff on YouTube. But if you were at any of those final U.S. shows or the Mexico City shows, tell us in the comments. Let's reminisce about our shows. And also, I forgot to mention that Take a Bow added to the list back in February, because we got Take a Bow in Seattle. I was hoping for rain. I do love Take a Bow, but rain was a special one for me. But we didn't get it. But rain kind of made its way back towards the end of the tour. So she was kind of rolling between Take a Bow and Rain as her first finale of the set list song choice. And so, which one did you prefer? Did you like Rain? Did you like Take a Bow? Or were you at the Toronto for Frozen? Let us know in the comments and celebrate the end of, we don't celebrate the end, but like the traditional end of the tour, because we also know we were getting word there was going to be a huge finale in Brazil. So we're going to get into that. If there's ever one moment in 2024 we can say truly defines the year, this would be it. Madonna on May 4th in Copacabana Beach, Brazil. OMG, this was insane. And I have to say thank you so much to Guilherme, who made it possible for me to watch it live with him, because he was there in Brazil. Didn't get to go to the show. He was over in Sao Paulo, but um, we both watched it live on his Globo TV channel. And what an amazing show. I mean, we can talk for a whole episode just on this show. Of course, we were sharing a lot of the, previews of everything early. If you go back to our previous videos, as Guilherme had a lot of access to not newspaper, gosh, I'm showing my age, but, the news stations and the news online, all the articles, and we translated them and put them up here for you guys to kind of know ahead of time about the staging, some of the technical details, and all the things going on once she arrived. She was there like for a week and getting in preparation for this massive show. And of course, the attendance numbers speak for themselves. 1.6 million people. And if you look at some of the photos and the footages from the show, it's just hard to even imagine. I think I said it even then when I was showing it after the fact, just how many people were there. And you imagine what it did for business, in the area. Madonna changed it up a bit. We got the music song finally, which should have been on the set list in the first place, but finally, at least Brazil got it. It was an amazing performance of music, and everything else was pretty much the same for the show. Of course, that was something we were always wondering about throughout the tours. Is she going to add something to the end of the show? Because it always seemed like it kind of kept going after the final song. But, you know, um, I think it was a really good set list. I think that there were things we could have had. Like in the comments, tell us, and now that we're, looking back on the tour, like, were there some songs and performances or particular things you would have liked to have seen, eras that may have been missed? Um, of course, we had to keep it in the confines of 2 hours, but could there have been some other areas that she could have explored musically? Let us know in the comments, as we look back on the tour. But what a finale. If you're going to have a finale, that's the finale to have. And it was just amazing to watch. And were you able to watch it live or did you check it out later? And hopefully we'll get this. I mean, the audio on this was incredible. Hopefully we'll get this as one of our DVDs coming up here in the future. But let us know if you were there. Oh my God. If you were there, let us know. Or if you watched it in any format. Let's talk about that finale. Happy Pride. Madonna in June 2024 made her way to the Ladyland Festival at the end of the month, around the weekend of June 28th to 30th. And she looked amazing. Everyone was talking about how she looked with her bouffant hairstyle and gorgeous outfits as she became the ballroom judge for all the performers and performances there. And her daughter was also like a guest DJ there, which was so great. It was a very exclusive event. I think they said it was under like a bridge or something. But anyway, in New York. And so if you attended this or had a chance to go, what did you think? Were you able to see her? And of course, we wish she would perform, but that didn't happen. Still, she was given good face at this event. So that is pretty much rounding out our first 6 months of 2024. A lot of big stuff happened. Of course, Madonna was on tour. That was big. The finale was big. Of course, now we have coming up on the second half rumblings of one of her songs in a new movie. We'll be talking about that and some of her other appearances. And of course, we ended the year with the rumors, not rumors anymore. Madonna confirmed some new music is coming. So we have a lot to get to. We hope that you enjoyed this first half and tell us what some of the highlights of the first 6 months were for you. What did you enjoy most? Did you see any of the shows from January to April? Were you at the finale in Brazil? Just let's talk about it, reminisce, and share our thoughts on it, as well as get ready for the second half. That'll be coming up on Friday. And I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve and New Year's, or you had a wonderful New Year's Eve. And a Happy New Year to everyone. A new Madonna year is on the way. We can't wait, and we're so happy you're here. Thanks, you guys. See you next video. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Thank you for joining us here at Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel, and I hope you enjoyed our latest video. I hope that you will join us here by liking and subscribing. And also, we have social media with Facebook. We have Madonna Everybody Fan Club, over 5,000 Madonna fans to join. And we have an Instagram at Madonna EFC. So make sure you check those out, as well as a page on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club, to follow. So definitely check out those social media platforms and join us there. We have contests, we have Fan of the Month, and we have features and lots of great fans to meet. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any future video topics you'd like to see. And thank you again for joining our Madonna family. Music does make the people come together. Thanks, everyone.